Hey geeks, so I just finished rewatching The Gangs of New York. Now, I had originally watched this film back when it was in the movie theaters in 2002, and I hadn't seen it since. And I remembered not liking it when I saw it the first time in theaters, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to it and see, how it holds up. Maybe my taste in movies has changed or what have you. It hasn't. This is not a good movie. This is Scorsese, so I mean he's hit or miss anyway for me. Love The Departed. It's probably my favorite of his films. But anyway, Daniel Day-Lewis in this movie is fabulous. I absolutely enjoy his performance. Cameron Diaz, on the other hand, is completely miscast in this role. And she's a capable actress. The part's just not good. It's just not a good part. The love's, the relationship, it's just not believable at all. Her character's somewhat interesting when she's this sort of independent pickpocket, but then they just yank all of that away. And Leonardo DiCaprio he's okay. But aside from Daniel Day-Lewis's performance, the only other thing that's really cool about this movie, other than some cool cinematography and some nice transition effects, I like when the paintings of the wealthy are burning and it melts the face. It's cool. They've got some other cool stuff when he kills the cop and he knocks over the sheets and it reveals the crucifix, and there's cool stuff like that, but there's a lot of stuff in there that you're like, was Scorsese trying to be Tarantino in this movie? Because it didn't feel like a Scorsese film at times. Also, if you know more about why I should appreciate this film, let me know, because I'm just not getting it. I think some of the political commentary is sort of muddled. It's got some interesting things to say, but it kind of is saying too many things, and so it doesn't really say anything except for, that capitalism basically exploits the poor. So, I mean, that message is pretty clear, but as far as, how we're supposed to feel about each of these characters, I'm not getting it. I'm not picking it up. So I don't know if that's just because I'm not getting it or they didn't do a good job of executing it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But the historical accuracy, I don't know how historically accurate it is, but I do know that it's based on historical things, like when the riots in Paradise Square. There's, in fact, a musical called Paradise Square. The fact that the Irish and Black Americans were living in the same narrative. They even reference the beginning of tap dance, which happened in the Paradise Square 5 Points area of New York because of the culture of Irish and African cultures melding together, and that's where you get tap dance from. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure there's other historical accuracies that are in there as well. And the other thing that was cool was the political corruption. I knew that was an actual thing where there actually was voter fraud back then. So anyway, maybe I'm missing it. If you're a huge fan of Gangs of New York, let me know why, and maybe I can gain a greater appreciation for it. But other than Daniel Day-Lewis, it's just not worth watching.